Do you guys feel that you're really overwhelmed with so much to do and you're just one person and you have so many things to do?
My
Yeah.
problem is that with DIY, I'm really hopeless at it. And it's like sometimes it's like, I panic
Mm,
Yeah.
because there's some things that needs to be done in the house and I just think,
mm,
oh my God, who am I going to bother now? Who,
mm,
have they got time
mm,
to come out?
mm.
It's for me,
I've
it's
I
difficult.
totally agree. Yeah, I completely agree, Saroj. I've got some drawers in the house that need to be looked at. My daughter's cupboard, one of the railings has fallen, so her clothes are now in a black bag in the cupboard, and not because we're not going anywhere. She's in school. We don't need them yet, but it's just she said, Mommy, my cupboard is still, my clothes are still lying there. I said, I know, and I understand. I get that because I was thinking, who should I call? It's COVID. Should I call my brothers or what?
Mm.
So as soon as the lockdown does ease, I'll have to call them out. But like you, Hema, I've got the garden is overgrowing because usually I cut the grass, and over the years, with everything, I find that I don't have the same amount of physical stamina that I
Mm.
used to. So earlier, I could easily cut the whole grass myself in one go.
Mm.
And now if I do it, my back starts hurting.
Yeah.
I can't do it. So I need help in that. So it
So
does
that
get overwhelming.
that's so it can be, and how are we going to, how do we deal with it? Because
Yeah.
I personally felt that as a single person, the men must be going through the same thing. And
Mm,
if they have the men, because they have to think about, oh, if the kids are fussy and eating, and
mm,
normally it's a role they haven't taken on before. So I think as single parents, even if the kids are like, I don't have to do little things for them because they're older, but this kind of things do really play up. Um, so that could be something we could discuss. So I think it's based on the age of the kids and the parents as well. So I think it's with
mm.
each.
I
Um,
think each stage has its own challenges,
mm,
isn't it? Whether
mm.
they're young or older.
It's nice to know how everybody copes with things. It's quite interesting, I think.
Yeah. When I kind of reach breaking point, I can feel it. You can sense it that you
Mm.
are there because you're snapping. For me, um, I find it really hard to cry. I don't know how people are. So I can feel like I need to cry. I'm on the verge. And then even if I try, it doesn't come out. But then when I snap, then I can let go, which is not really healthy sometimes because it's one of those things that I guess was a coping mechanism because you have to be strong for the kids. You don't want the kids to see you crying or.
Mm.
And I've always been the eldest in the family. So even anything like when my dad passed away or anything, I've always kind of been the strong one. And people are used to seeing me that way. But in terms of when you're at that point now, after, all this time, I can sense it. Before I would just go into it head first and then be like, oh my God, what just happened? And really yell and scream at the girls when I was young, when they were younger, because they were just being kids. But when you're tired
Mm.
and you just want them to get to bed and just have those half an hour in the evening to yourself, and you can't. So, and then I'd go through the guilt later. Oh my God, I'm such a bad mom. How am I going to cope? Poor things. And then you feel guilty. You want to go hug them. And then they're thinking, what's wrong with mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, after all this time, I've realized if I can sense it coming on, then I know I'm in that space. I need to either distract myself,
Yeah.
or now the kids are older. I can just tell them, guys, I'm really stressed.
Yeah.
Please don't, whatever it is you're doing that bugs me,
Yeah.
and I'm a bit aware of it now.
Yeah.
So that's I get to pause before I erupt, as whereas in the past it would just come out.
I think it's quite overwhelming also accepting the situation and then
Yeah.
you get used to it. I mean, I do tell my kids as well that, if I'm cranky, just leave me alone.
Mm,
It's not you, it's me.
mm, mm,
And it just makes me feel good that, I can
mm,
do that. But
mm,
I know what you're saying because I
mm.
used to like, 'cause sometimes you feel that, I wish there was a remote control just to shut them up.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Saroj, what
Luckily, I've
about
only
you?
got one.
Sorry?
How about you, Saroj?
I think it's, for me, it's basically, sorry, I'm dropping my phone here. Um, I think it's quite different because obviously during this COVID, I've been sort of going to work. My only guilty conscience is that I leave my daughter on her own.
Mm.
So that's the guilty I get, and then I sort of feel stressed. I think, oh my God, what? I'm at work, I'm around people, whereas she isn't. But now she's gone back to college, which is good. So it's much better. But there are times that we both do get stressed, and I just think, okay, that's it. We're just going for a walk. Let's go to the woodlands, somewhere away, far away, and we just do it.
Mm.
So again, I think finding a distraction, just to just to find a distraction, just just helps you, I think.
Yeah, change of space, change of environment, that helps.
How about you, Alina?
Well, I had lots of family help when Grishma was younger, so that helped me quite a lot actually, because I used to commute up to London from Kent, so it would have been difficult to do that without the help of my parents, really, who used to have Grishma quite a lot, so that really helped.
You know what I used to find really difficult in the beginning was when they would fall sick, because I am on my own, and I have two younger brothers who are in Surrey, so it's not really so near where I can just drop them off. And I still work part-time, but on the days that I was working, I still remember I used to tell them that, please, if I had like courses running on, say, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I would say to them, please don't fall ill on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Try not to, just hang in there. If you must, wait until Friday, or then I'm there. And I used to really struggle if they were ill, because like children, they can fall sick overnight, and what do you do if you don't have the help, and you've got work to go to, or you're canceling work, or for me, what really helped was having support of other parents within their school who were friends of my girls, and then who consequently became my friends. Some of them were godsend, because honestly, like when I first became single, I didn't have a job and I had to retrain. And even to study and go to college, I needed somebody to watch them. And it used to be an evening college for my teaching job. And then there was and I'm still friends with her, but one of the ladies, she used to take them home with her, feed them and everything for that evening. And then I used to finish. And I mean, honestly, it's friends like that, people like that who have been so supportive, the picking, the dropping in case of an emergency. I don't think I would have managed without them, honestly, because I got to train, I got to finish my teacher training. And then I got to then get my job and really stand on my feet. And I had no one else. So the fact that there was somebody to, do that, it was really, really amazing. And she was also a single parent, the one who used to pick them. So she obviously understood how it was, but we helped each other out.
Yeah, it makes a difference because they can
Yeah.
actually relate. They can relate to
They
you.
can relate. Yeah. But then I do have another friend who's not a single parent, but she's just, I think it's more common now, but back then, I say when I got divorced, that was in 2008, it's a lot more common now. I know it's been quite a few years, but back then there were not that many people, or you didn't hear about it so openly as you do now. That I'm a single parent. So people used to find it really hard to believe, especially at the school, because they had actually seen the exes while we were together, he used to drop them, pick them. And so when they found out that this thing had happened, they really felt they wanted to help. And I found it hard to accept the help, but I needed to, because I wouldn't have done it all by myself. Yeah.
I think you have to take help when it's offered, really, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I meet so many members, obviously, and not all of them like to accept help, but I think that's the only way you're going to get through it, really.
Yeah.
I think with me, I feel sort of embarrassed when somebody goes, "Oh, do you need a hand or anything? I can look after your kids or something like that." So no, I'm fine, because obviously, my friends obviously I've met these friends from school, my kids' school. They knew my situation because obviously they used to see my ex used to come down and shout at me in the playground in front of everyone. It was that bad. And they used to all come around and say, look, do you want us to look after the kids while you sort out your situation? Or do you want, things like that. But I used to be so embarrassed. I thought, it's like, no, it's okay. I'm fine. And I used to just sort of brush it off that I'm okay. But really, you're not. And you feel like, I should have taken those handouts. But I just felt a bit embarrassed. I can't sort of, just, let them. I don't know how to explain it, but
did you think that it was something to do with you? Like I know in the beginning for me to ask for help, it was like, I'm not able to do it. I'm failing almost in a way. And two, you kind of feel like you're burdening somebody else.
Well, I don't know. I felt like, it's a sign of weakness that, you're letting somebody help you. It's really difficult to explain, but it's.
How do you feel now, though?
Oh, well,
feel the same?
Now, this is it. I've always been independent by myself, and I've always felt like I don't like to ask people for help. Like I can ask, like I was saying about the DIY, I could probably ask my, family members, but then it's like I keep thinking to myself, I'm going to disturb them, their routine. They have to make their way just to come out to help out. So I don't really like. They do offer, and I just say, no, I'm fine, I'm okay. I lie. You end up lying.
I was going to go on, I think B&Q sometime back was offering a DIY course, and I was actually going to go on that, yeah. So I've got a drill set and all that, but I don't know how to use a drill. But I have done cupboards and all that since I've been.
That would be lethal when you're accident prone. I wouldn't want to do something like that.
It's true.
The number of accidents we have, Emma.
It's true.
You with me?
I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm literally. I mean, I did. I have been constructing my office desk. I have done quite a few things, and actually, it's quite relaxing when you're doing that. Just get something from IKEA, and then you just like doing it. So I find it quite nice, but I would not trust myself to do a drill because I know I'd possibly get into the neighbor's house.
Either. I know something is going to go badly wrong with that if I touch a drill. That's not going to happen.
So, yeah,
in fact, one of the other members, she asked me the other day about DIY courses that she can do with her sons. So that's possibly a good idea that we could sort of look into.
Yeah,
I think we all need it.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
B&Q was doing it sometime back. I don't know if they're doing it, but if they are, it would be nice to go together and just actually have a good laugh.
That would definitely be good. Learning some new life skills, right?
Yeah, I think we have to learn something. So, and it's nice if you do it together because it would be a good laugh as well. Because I don't think we'll
even stuff around cars.
I'm filling the air on my tires. I will fill the air, but I just sort of make sure I don't overfill them and just hope for the best when I am filling them.
It is difficult.
Luckily, I haven't done any damage, so it's okay. However, in the past, I don't know where my head was, but in my diesel car,
you've put the other
petrol.
Oh my God. I've done that with the diesel as well. I put petrol in, and then 1,200 pounds it cost me just to.
Yeah, because I have to clean the engine, and it's such a palaver.
So
And I think when things go wrong, that's you've got so much already, and then when things start going wrong as well, on top of that, it's even worse. Such as builders not doing things that they should be doing and stuff like that.
For me, over the years, I've learned that it's okay to accept help. And now what I do, in fact, is if something has gone wrong, and if it's an emergency, you have to deal with it yourself. But if it's not a mega emergency and it can wait, I've just let it be and say, okay, the right help will come to me. And I actually kind of say to the universe or to God, okay, let the right person or the right help just come to me. And I find that pressure that I put on myself, that I have to do everything, is actually a little bit less. I still get worked up, don't get me wrong. I still, it has the niggle behind is always there that, oh, this needs doing, that needs doing. But whereas in the past, I would really fret about it and really like, I still fret for the first 5-10 minutes when you hear about it. It's like, oh God. But then eventually I'm like, right, is it something that I need to do right now? Can it wait? If it can wait, then I'll leave it, right? And then I'll think, who's the person who I can put my feelers out and say, like, who's the right person? And I found that actually it saved me a lot of mental energy. And I do end up getting the right people helping me. Like my computer, I'll give you an example. One of my desktop, so we have a bigger desktop. It had a blue screen, and then I couldn't log in because of the so Microsoft, the Windows, if you set it up with your Hotmail account to log in, and you get logged out for some reason. So hours and hours I searched the internet trying to fix the problem, restart, blah, blah, blah. I think I did it for a couple of nights and it was horrendous. In the end, I just thought, why am I doing this to myself? Like, we all have our own computers and laptops for now. Nobody really uses a desktop. Let it be, and just keep your eyes and ears open and see if someone can help you, And I was just outside in leaving to go to the shops, and my neighbor comes out. And then she said, how things going and stuff. And I don't know how we just got talking about computers. And I said, yeah, my computer. She says, oh, I have a friend and she was made redundant and now she does this business from home. Do you want her to have a look at it? And I said, oh my God, yeah. She took my computer, fixed it. It cost me £25, which is nothing. And then she got it back to me as well within 2-3 days. And I had, honestly, the amount of effort I had put in, I thought, God, and that was a lesson for me, because I thought, next time anything like this happens, I'm not going to, at least for my sanity, I'm not going to panic. Try not to, because we don't need that,
No.
because with the panic, we have the extra baggage. I'm all alone. Here we go. Is this my life? Am I going to do this? How long can I do this? We have those other stories running. It's not just this is spoiled, it needs fixing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yet another thing for me to do all by myself.
Just be the victim, isn't it?
It takes you down that road.
Yeah.
So I found that I just allowing myself to be more open and say, you know what, let the right person. And then the other thing, what, Saroj, what you said, I find it hard to help. I've started looking at it in the way that, imagine if we can help somebody, like how we feel when we help someone. So I've started thinking that if somebody is there and they're offering to help me with something, and we can sort of judge by the vibe if they're genuine or how it is. But if there's someone genuine, I say, right, I'm actually depriving them of that, let me do something for someone moment.
Yeah.
So I've flipped my thinking a little in that. So I say, okay, you want to do this? And it's helped me, especially with my mom, because my mom, I used to, how you said, Hema, she'll say, oh, you think, oh God. Now I just tell her, Mom, my life is really busy. I've got the girls. And I tell her, why don't you do something for me in return? I'm coming, you make this and I'll pick it up from you. And it gives them to do something because she feels useful now.
He offers to help you, take it.
Take it.
Just take it,
Yeah.
I'm not somebody who asks for help. I will struggle. I might be overloaded. Doesn't matter. I'll stress, but I won't ever ask for help. It's just so hard, as Saroj said, asking for help. But I do now occasionally, if it's to do with my car. I have an amazing mechanic now who a friend put me in touch with, who is my go-to person anytime I have issues with my car now, and he's just there, ready straight away. So if these little, like, it's people that you connect with, then eventually they're people you can always go back to, and they're available to help, and you don't feel how do you say, you're okay to ask for help.
Mm.
Occasionally, I might be driving past my mechanic and I'll drop a box of chocolates or, you know, a tin of biscuits as my way of saying thank you.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, but I think, yeah, I mean, just great. You're right as well, because if somebody does offer, then it's nice to say yes, because sometimes, I mean, I keep on saying no to my mom, and my mom the other day goes that, at least say yes sometimes,
Mm.
you know. So sometimes they feel like, you know, we're trying to help, and because, you know, sometimes I don't want to have traditional Indian food every day.
Mm.
So poor thing, she'll offer, but it's just that we're not used to having Indian food, traditional Indian food every day.
Mm.
So I keep on saying no, and she did say, at least tell me yes sometimes. So you know, in a way, you're right that we need to
Just make her
even,
happy.
yeah, it does. So Saroj as well. Sometimes it feels that we're
Mm.
asking her for help, and she keeps on refusing. Sometimes they feel kind of bad in themselves because they can't be there for you.
Mm.
So sometimes if we have to think about it, about how they feel,
Mm.
it's quite nice as well, because they feel at least they can be a bit helpful.
I've
Yeah.
realized that if I ask my mom for something, like it really boosts her.
Mm.
It's just she feels needed. It could be something so simple. So now if there's something that I don't do it all the time, but if there's something that she can do, then I'll just ask her, like, you know, can you do this for me? And the next time, whenever we see each other, give it to me or whatever.
Yeah.
And she loves it. And my kids now, like my elder one, Amrita, she loves mint chutney and the fresh one. So my mom, you know, for her 18th, she said, what do you want? And I told her, just ask Nani to make you lots of chutney. So when she came home, she had like a huge box of this chutney we frozen. So she's like, yeah. And I said, when you go to uni, you know, take Nani with you. She'll do all your cooking. So at the moment, we can meet out in the garden, isn't it? That's what they're
Group of
saying.
6.
Up to
Yeah.
6 or 2 households.
Yeah,
Households, yeah.
Mm.
which we did for the first time yesterday evening with my family, which was very nice. My mum cooked for us. She made us take it home. I said no. And she said, no, 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 take it home. So I said, yes, please. Okay, I'll take it. Grishma said to me, if Nanny wants to give it to you, take it. It makes her happy. So just take it. So repeating what you said, really. So just take it if it's offered,
Mm.
Yeah,
because
they're
it makes
right,
them
actually.
happy as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Moms are the best.
Mm.